The first time I saw the Ford F-150 mod in Euro Truck Simulator 2, I laughed. Because, yeah, it's a simulator about massive trucks. And here's America's most iconic pickup squeezing in. It's like showing up to Wimbledon in cowboy boots, but that's part of the fun. People ask me, why drive a pickup in a game made for hauling freight with rigs weighing 40 tons? For me, it's about flipping the script. You get this enormous map over 500 cities, and suddenly, road trips feel faster, smaller, and honestly, way more personal. Still, let's get real. Installing mods in Ets2 used to be a pain point. You'd have rogue files, stuff not showing up, and downloads from sketchy sites that got flagged by antivirus. I've bricked my profile once or twice, learned that back up your save every single time. Pro tip, always use reputable mod sources like ets2.lt or the Steam Workshop to save yourself headaches. Assuming you've got the right file, you drop the mod into the Ets2 mod folder, usually Documents, then Euro Truck Simulator 2, then Mod. That's your launchpad. Open the game, head into the mod manager, and activate the Ford F-150 mod. It should be there. If it isn't, you probably grabbed an outdated version. Versions get super picky. 1.47 won't play nice with 150. Been there, cursed that. The first thing you notice in the game is, this isn't a Kenworth. The Ford's cab view is much lower, and suddenly you feel way more exposed on those European highways. Visibility changes everything. Tiny car, huge world, Jesus take the wheel kind of feeling. Seriously, zooming past Scania trucks in a Ford F-150 feels like playing hide-and-seek with giants. There are big limitations, though. You can't take standard trailer jobs like in a real truck. That's a huge frustration for people hoping to earn money in-game. You're mostly relegated to quick jobs, free roam, and exploring. But the upside? The speed and maneuverability outweigh most of the cons. I put up lap times between cities that made my Volvo blush. And then, oh boy, the engine sounds. They're wildly different. Some modders go for pure authenticity, with throaty V8s, while others sound like a lawnmower echoing in a cathedral. If you're into immersion, hunt for sound packs and tweak settings. Trust me, driving across France sounds better with the right engine note. Another thing that pops up, the physics. Ford F-150s aren't designed for hairpin alpine climbs. Take a mountain pass way too fast, and you'll learn just how easy it is to end up barrel rolling. Give your digital insurance agent a break. Stick to the highways, especially at 150 km/h. Now, graphics. Mods can make or break the look. Some versions of the F-150 have flawless chrome, and others look like they just took a bath in a pixel dust storm. Lighting glitches, floating wheels, weird shadows. Expect about a 30% chance something looks off, unless you test mods one at a time. A random but decent bonus, you can customize paint, wheels, and interiors. It's not Forza, but it's close. You want a neon green Ford in Austria? It's yours. You want a dashboard full of bobbleheads and dice? Go for it. A little customization goes a long way at making the experience feel unique. Driving a familiar American truck on tiny European lanes is genuinely funny, but it highlights just how tight those roads can get. If you think parking in Portland is stressful, try wedging a full-size pickup through the back alleys of Venice. Pro tip, the GPS lines will try to troll you. Sometimes you're better off turning them off and just following the street signs. For numbers, people, my F-150 mod runs at about 18 to 21 mpg, in-game that is, compared to the 5 to 8 mpg of most big rigs in ETS2. Is it realistic? Not at all. But it lets you burn through a cross-continent journey on about a single fill-up. Think of it as a joyride loophole for restless drivers. At the end of the day, the Ford F-150 in ETS2 isn't about serious simulation. It's a niche for anyone who wants to see what happens when you toss logic in the passenger seat and just drive. Sometimes low-stakes fun is the best kind, the kind that makes a massive world feel just a bit more approachable.